Why are we here? Just to suffer. Okay, so I've been grinding a lot since last time. So as you can tell, my level is a lot higher this time around. It's very much higher. And also I've been playing for a lot more hours, as you can tell. If I go down and see, like, yeah, it was like 56, 57-ish hours into the game last time. I'm like, I've spent a total of 60, almost 67, 66, sorry. That's a lot of hours. I am very ready to beat the boss and beat this game. So, as you can see, I've, I don't know, can you see it? Oh yeah, it's sort of, I have over 1 million in money. Almost 2 million. And I almost used up all of my mag because look at that, 100% archetype mastery. My brain, sorry, my brain is melting. It's been doing all this shit, as you can tell. So, if I cannot beat this fucking boss this time around, then I have no idea how people do it. I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't know how people do it. Yeah. I don't know how people fucking beat this game. If this ain't it, I don't know what is. I'm just gonna double check that everything is good on stream end. And everything is good and I'm streaming. Hello? Wow. Yes, it's all working. That's so good. Neat. Oh, that's so neat. That's so cool. I like it when everything works. That's what I like to see. Okay, yeah, we don't need to see this again. We saw this last time. Except this time, I have this attack.
Take my power. Take him down.
Okay, that didn't do as much as I hoped it would. But, it's fine.
Going for the weak spot. Great job, Juna. Now they're
Face my wrath.
Hey, look at that. He's not doing so much damage.
Take this. Your desperation shows.
Oh, souls of kings, give me strength.
I shall vanquish evil.
Let's see. What do you have for me? Yum 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 yum. Yum 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 yum. And that's a nice attack. Very good. Why don't I just use the royal slash? Yeah. That's plenty good. Oh, that's so good. That's so neat.
I pray you'll render weak to something new.
Blam.
Can't afford to hold.
Yeah, we're doing pretty good. Pretty good. To be fair, I wasn't really struggling with Luis. The first battle was not that bad.
Take this.
First battle was pretty easy. Yeah. I've done this before. I know what I'm doing. Let's do flame. Yes, flame. Nice. Let's hit this one.
The magma buildup dissolving. We'll do this together.
Yep.
Together then.
Blam.
I will crush the fantasy in your heart.
Sting.
There is no hope for you. Face
Nah, you
my
debuffed.
wrath.
Don't do that. That's illegal.
Juna's badly hurt. Get her some healing.
Yeah. I'm gonna heal. Don't worry.
Do something.
I got this under control. Yes.
Thank you.
My thanks.
I get an extra turn. I'm not sure whose persona archetype that is. That gives me the extra one, but that's very nice.
Get right on target.
Get him.
Vitus power.
Ooh, get that stinky dinky.
Take my power.
A tough one.
I'll show you. Going for the weak spot, Juna.
You
Here I
fight
go.
well.
They're weak to something new.
This is not
Yeah, get them freaking bufferonis. Bufferoni.
This should
And use this because then it has to debuff and debuff us and then blah, 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 blah. Should be good. You got this under control.
Face my wrath.
Yeah.
Come forth.
You're
loyal
so
soul.
big and stinky.
Still up?
Big smelly. Yeah, you're so tough. Ah, you already have the ice thing.
Stop, Juna. I pray you're ready.
Clap.
You'll put it all on the line.
Okay, nice. We just need to get back to where I was last time. Yeah. Damn, look at them levels. I'm leveling. Yep. We already saw this. I'd already beat you. We take off on the thing.
Your Highness.
Then everyone just
We can. No.
spawns back into it for some reason, and there's no logic, but whatever. It's a video game. They just allow themselves to break all
Prince.
logic.
Do you wish to stop me?
Yeah, I want to be king.
will be king. Interesting. It is not mere lip service then. Your intent to surpass me is pure ambition. But it's hard.
Not really. My character hasn't really shown any ambition. Having me say I want to be king once doesn't really make me ambitious. It makes me more of a dumbass.
I summoned you just in time.
Yeah, hello, more. Yeah, you pretend everything is an illusion because you want to protect me.
Your journey of revolution. You can't blame Luis for wanting to.
I don't want to give up.
You still don't believe me.
I have unfinished
Reality
business.
Reality is, you hope if you stay here.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna be easy.
I suppose.
Still here?
Oh my god, I almost took him out in one hit.
Why?
Vitus power.
Yeah, spin.
It was in. This is for your sake.
Oh, I couldn't take him out in one go because he had to talk. He had like 2 dialogue trees.
Why?
3 dialogue trees. There we go. That's funny. The game wouldn't let me just one-shot him because he had to talk. Yeah. Now let me go more. I want to go fight the actual boss.
My friend.
Perhaps archetypes.
Yeah. Let me go. I don't want to hear you talk more. Okay, now we're back where I stopped initially. Because I got to the boss, and the boss was not easy to beat.
All right.
And I was like, nah, I'm not doing this. This is not gonna work. Okay, I've spent so many extra hours now just getting this to work.
Everyone,
Just getting all my levels.
Is you all right?
The whole sequence doesn't make sense. How did I get back on the fucking Gauntlet Runner?
And again, it must be rebuilt anew.
he will.
Yes. You're so big and stinky. That's so true.
Let's work together.
Okay, let's see. One time. I can try using this just for fun.
Take my power.
See what happens. Wham. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Dancer. Going for the weak spot. Job, Juna.
Is he gonna try to heal immediately? Oh, what the fuck are you doing? He has way too many turns. I don't like it. Hey, stop that.
The inequities of the world. Sacrifice.
Yeah. Now we're gonna do the sacrifice thing.
What?
Yeah, he's trying to swallow the puppets. We've seen this video game. Please let me just skip this.
Puppets? I'm focusing my power.
Nice. Thank you.
Attack on the puppets. Attack it before he swallows more.
A warrior.
Okay, how many times do I have to hit this guy? Let's do that. You missed.
I will fight
They
with
got you
pride.
with multiple ailments.
Let's do this together.
Okay. Oh, that's because he got hit with the ailments. I see.
A tough one.
Backless fading. I've got fast dancer. Lay down.
Let's hit the buff. A boof.
Can't
Yeah,
get
why not?
confused. I am grateful.
Helpful as ever.
Sacrifice yourself to the new.
Damn, he loves sacrificing stuff. How about I sacrifice your ass right here?
Sons of kings, give me strength. I'm sorry, everyone.
In the name of justice.
Why are you apologizing all the time?
I'm all prepared.
And blam. Get him. Get his ass.
Yes! The puppet's magless fading.
My perfect world.
And all I had to do was level for 10 hours.
Not yet. I refuse. I won't let it end like this. You will be a sacrifice. You will sustain the strong. Oh, weak one. Oh, peon.
His Magla has gone out of control. At this rate,
If I got to this
even a
point
man
and
of
this
Luis's
played, I
mental
would have rage
strength would
quit
lose
so
his
hard
grip on
last time.
sanity.
In the end, even he couldn't escape his own anxiety.
Then by his own logic, we've got to put him down. The weak deserve to die. The bastard's own words, yeah?
If he saw a threat in our power, then let us wield it.
You can't just believe in nothing. Nobody can rely on themselves alone. It's a pitiful way to live, and it's time we
Can't
put
believe in
an
nothing?
end
Then
to
what the
it.
hell has my protagonist been doing all this time? He doesn't believe anything.
And now I will strike you down.
Okay, it's time to do this. Give us our final call to arms.
Come on, everyone. Let's go.
This is our last chance. We've come this far. We have to end this here
Alright.
and now.
Let's set it up.
I leave it to you.
Fine. Let's do this again.
This is just what I need.
Yum 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 yum
Maybe
yum.
not.
Maybe we should heal. Maybe I should heal everyone just in case. I don't know what kind of attacks he's gonna do.
Helpful as ever. Feel true terror. Give in to anxiety. That's not good.
You should have done that first, so you wasted all. You could have wasted all your turns. You should have wasted all your turns for me.
Hold on! Hang in there!
Thanks.
Thanks.
Come
Where are you?
on.
Warrior!
It's my turn now.
Bring back.
Oh, it's my turn
Let's
actually.
get on with it.
You just guard
Light
it
is
down.
power.
Let's try this one. Clap.
Strong. I've watched me with multiple ailments. Going for the weak spot.
What is the link that has been severed? What is that? I don't understand.
Seriously?
Okay, we should probably we should probably
Pray already.
Perhaps this will be too strong.
yeah, I'm gonna use this and Balthazar.
I knew you'd help.
Bufferoni.
My thanks. In the
And that should be enough for me to do one Armageddon. Yeah, because the Armageddon doesn't care if you debuff him or not, because it's already the max damage. I might have to revive Yufa, but we'll see what he does.
It's really hurting. Can someone help her?
Oh my god, big bomb. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to debuff him. For sure. For sure. I'm gonna have to debuff him. Let me just revive Yufa. Ufa. Ufa.
I rejoin you.
Oh wait, is it?
That helped.
No, it is Yufa. She said Yuna for a second, so I got confused.
I owe you. In the name
Then
of
let's
justice.
debuff the boss. No buffs for you, mister.
This should work.
Gonna have to redo those. Gonna have to put them back on. Put your pants back on.
What was that?
This fight would have been such a pain in the ass if I didn't level up like a bunch of extra. Because, man, this is stupid.
Royal soul. It's making it harder to fight.
Take my full
Hold
power.
on. I channel my power.
Lamb.
But their weakness.
Weak physical slash damage.
After me.
I mean, you can use this without using more than a single turn, so. Yes. Let's use this one. Nice. And let's use Royal Sword, maybe? I'll try that.
Together then.
Okay, yeah, that's a lot.
A world born of fantasy. It must not be. The Clemar, a foolish people tainted with guilt, be gone from this world.
What's happening? Really hurting.
I won't last
Someone help
much
her?
longer.
He keeps hitting our weakness. Wah.
Feel true terror.
Wait, Soul Scream? Is he gonna gain more turn? You fucking... What a cheater. This would have made me scream if I didn't level a bunch higher. How the fuck are you supposed to do this if you don't level up like a ton?
Just gotta wake her up.
Another fucking turn? Holy shit. What the fuck, dude?
Come on, not like this. Someone help.
Insane. This fight is so stupid.
Here.
Time for an idea.
Let's stay calm.
We gotta help
No, I
her.
won't hold back. The magic seed is still up.
Stroll can't take any more. Someone heal him.
I rejoin the fray.
Go. Someone get him back on his feet!
Wow, he was just KO'd like that. Okay.
That attack!
He's hurt bad! Let's get him some healing!
Feel true terror.
Can you stop doing the extra turns? That's so fucking annoying. Oh my god, this game is so unbalanced. I'm sorry, but like, I've been over leveling like crazy just to get to this point, and I'm still getting destroyed out here. What the fuck is this? Come on. Okay.
Come on, not like this! Someone, help, please!
This should help.
You must
Still
hurt bad.
fight.
Can we
Come
get her
forth,
healing?
royal soul.
How about we remove your buffs? How about that? You just keep adding them. That's so fucking annoying.
This should work.
Feel true terror.
When you can just scream and gain a bunch of turns even though the round is over, that's dumb. That's bullshit. Come on.
He's down! Someone
To
help!
die.
Feel true terror.
Yeah. Just add a bunch of extra turns, why don't you? That's so cool. Okay, cool, thanks.
Aura's overpowering!
This is it.
Making it harder to fight!
What? I fucking missed. No, you fucking. This is so stupid. I hate this boss.
Captain's hurt bad!
I'm dead now. Like, I can't do anything. He's just gonna keep going. He has infinite turns.
Like this.
You have to be like level 99 or something. What the fuck is this? Like seriously, what the fuck is this game? This is the dumbest bullshit I've ever had the displeasure of playing.
The king.
Yeah. All the characters I don't give a shit about. Fuck you.
Again.
We will win this! For the sake of our world!
The magic seed.
Hey!
Careless.
Don't get
What the fuck? Why am I missing? The RNG is
We'll
this.
win this! For the sake of our world!
The RNG of this game is fucking bullshit. I hate this stupid, stinky game.
Not this. I'm all prepared.
I leave it to you! I call upon a royal soul!
I'm probably gonna have to change out Stoltz for the Royal Knight, yeah.
The world of old and its people shall give in to anxiety.
She's gonna have to take a lot of hits in the second phase of this battle.
That attack!
Wait, they're both weak to fuck off. Oh, cool. Yeah, just give me the worst RNG possible. That's really good. Thank you, video game. That's so cool. I love it when you make it purposely fucking bullshit. That's so. I love this game so much. Wowee.
To the new age.
What? Is he?
Oh my god. Can we please skip this? I don't want to listen to it every time.
Wait,
Please.
they're
Please.
puppets?
Oh my god.
Come on, this has to work. I'm sensing
Let
deadly
justice
magic of the
prevail.
puppets. Attack him before he swallows more.
Is that all? A crit! No, let's set it up.
Yeah, okay. Let's use the Armageddon.
Yes,
A tough one.
Magless mating! I'll show
And let's
you!
use the friggin' weakness thing again. Yippee.
I shall put all on the line! Yeah! Yufa hit their weakness!
Oh, power of heroes!
For one ally. I mean, maybe Yufa, because she doesn't have that much health left.
My strength.
Nice, okay. I'm for sure gonna have to use Hulkenberg's Royal Knight class, because otherwise you're just screwed. There's no way.
Take my power.
The game really just wants you to fight one way, and if you don't fight it the way they want you to, they hate you and they want you dead. There's no room for experimentation in this game, which is why I fucking hate it. Yeah. Big scary.
Last chance.
Vitus power.
Come this far.
Oh, you're so big and scary. Big smelly butthole.
Don't mask dancer!
Whose turn is it next? I really would like it to be Hulkenberg, but I think it's gonna be it's gonna be that. It's gonna be.
Going for the weak job, Juna!
Wah.
Now they're weak to something new!
Give in to anxiety.
Oh, what the fuck? It's Stoltz. He's back. Why did it change back to him? Okay. What the fuck?
It's really hurting!
It's so dumb.
Someone help her! Aura's overpowering!
Give me
Making it
strength.
harder
Okay,
to fight.
first of all, I'm gonna have to change.
Hold on!
You're not supposed to be here. I already changed you out. Why are you fucking...
Get her some healing?
That's not what I wanted to do. Video game. Fuck you.
This is our last chance. We've come this
Vitus
far.
power.
We have
I'm
to
doing
end
it this way.
here and now. Watch me! Going for the weak job, Juna!
Summoner.
Now they're weak to something new!
In the name of...
Oh, you're not supposed to be here. Why are you here?
Let's trade
Give it
places.
to me. Behold. The magic seed.
I've got just mask dancer!
Meh, 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 meh. Meh, 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 meh.
I'll go with this.
Thanks.
That was helpful. Thank you.
Feel true terror. Give in to anxiety.
Only a flash.
Aura's overpowering! It's making it harder to fight! I channel my power! Hold on!
Yeah. Don't worry.
I stand waiting.
Juna,
Let's take
careful!
off.
Your
Lend me your
defenses are down!
No, this won't
How
work.
about I just spend my turns instead of wasting it all with synthesis? That's one thing I really don't like, is just how much synthesis costs. And it forces you to spend all of your turns.
This might sting! Great job, Juna! Now they're weak to something new! So slow.
Yeah. Waste all your turns. Yes, very good. Focus on debuffing yourself.
Yufa hit their weakness!
Buffing yourself.
Try fall.
That's good stuff right there. You waste all your turns. Yes.
Let's go! I've got just the dance. Let's get some use
Can
out
you
of
help?
this. That was helpful.
Thank you.
I don't know why, but whenever people wish me luck, I think of the Spider-Man thing, where the Green Goblin goes, "Godspeed, Spider-Man," and it gets impaled by its own
I shall put all
like,
on the
what's it called? The thing that he stands on.
Strike me if you dare.
It's like a It's not a surfboard, but it's like what can you even call it?
Take my power.
Still here?
Why? Why can you not understand my ideals? Feel true terror.
It's called like something. It's like a hoverboard thing that flies in the air. I don't know if it has a name.
Born of fantasy.
Yes, waste all your turns. Come on, do it. Waste all of your turns on Hulkenberg. Be a pretty stinky and waste all of your turns. No, don't do that. Waste your turns.
That attack.
There we go. Focus on Hulkenberg.
Badly wounded. Someone heal her. His aura's overpowering. It's making it harder to fight.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Don't worry, we got this.
Thank you.
We have this in the box. We have it in the box, so...
Hulkenberg's been bad. She needs help.
Healing
I
power.
knew you'd help.
We'll be fine. It's gonna be fine.
Oh, power.
Don't worry. Royal slash.
Still up?
Slash.
I've got just the dance for
Swange.
you. You might say it's to die for.
I think I'm gonna use this for Yufa. Yeah,
He's helpful.
this is very useful.
A foolish people fearing
Nvidia, that's so true.
solitude. Be gone from this world.
What's happening? My strength, my shoulders.
Feel true terror.
The controller vibrated so much that it flew off my fucking leg and slammed into the floor, so that was cool. That was a neat trick. Oh, is he still going?
Get her some healing. Juna, are you okay?
Summoner.
You look like you're about to drop.
I must do something.
Bro has like a million fucking turns. I hate it.
I'm obliged.
Let justice prevail.
Yeah, focus on Hulkenberg.
I will fight her. I'm all prepared.
Yeah, I have enough for Armageddon.
Leave it to you.
Should be alright for now. Oh, okay, we got him. Okay.
But why? Why is it still beyond me?
Dawn breaks.
Hello, you have no idea. I've been grinding off stream for like 10 hours just so I could beat this stupid boss. It's way too long and it's very painful.
He's done it! He's finally beaten Luis!
The ending is not good either. It's like... It's just not well written.
To
this mean he's won? I'm not dreaming this.
He did it!
Wow, that fucking lip sync.
Not yet. I have my ideals.
Yeah, kill them. They have no personality, so no one will miss them.
Everyone's fighting their fear and anxiety. Nobody knows for sure what's right. And even through all that, the people have declared you king!
We fight for more than justice. Show him our will against his. Show him
Wait,
the fall
what?
of his
You
world.
have never established you fighting for anything else besides your own selfish desire to rule.
Wielded the power of kings! It's time to stop following their footsteps! Now it's your turn to take your place with them!
The problem is they've never established anyone having any sort of ideals or wants or wishes. It's just like, oh, I just don't want Big Bad to be king. That's it. Then also we've been reading from a book. We like the book. Oh my god, it's the piss ray. Look out, he's getting pissed on. Dude, I like purple better than piss color, actually. So I'm on Luis's side.
With the power to change the world!
Also, isn't purple technically the royal color? Gold isn't a royal color. When I think of gold, I'm like imagining Donald Trump's like golden toilet and stuff. Like people who have hubris and shouldn't be allowed in power. That's when I connect with the power gold. Purple is more like, that's a royal color. Yeah, I don't understand. You can probably tell that I'm not invested in whatever's happening on screen. It's just all fucking really cliche anime bullshit. Big bad shoot big ray gun at the protagonist, and protagonist shoot the big ray back.
The lord that governs utopia in all worthy champions. The hero's archetype. The king.
And yes, no yellow allowed.
At long
I hate yellow.
last, fantasy has become a force that frees people from anxiety. A harbinger of change for a deadlocked reality.
Maybe you should have made a reality where your lapel thing had a higher texture.
My tremendous gamble hath borne fruit. Thus it is that my duty here draws to a close.
And now, the novel you wrote with such passion will finally begin a new chapter.
This voice... could it be? But how?
While flames swept through the sanctum,
Yeah, it's his wife.
I cast a final spell to abandon my body and survive in soul. I became an immaterial being among the fairies. I had to, so I might provide guidance to the child on his most perilous path.
The power of the archetypes. Was that your doing?
No. All I did was awaken them to it. My voice carried the words they needed to hear. That power is no great and rare treasure. It is something that might be grasped by anyone with the will to change the world. And anyone has the power to change the world. Those children proved as much.
I am
Isn't that kind of the problem though? Even like
I lost
inherently
all the
evil and
power I
bad
once
people can
knew.
change the world.
I saw the sanctum burn, and you. I lost you.
You know, maybe
Once
we
they
shouldn't
took our
have
child
some
from me,
schmuck who doesn't know
all my
anything in
remaining
power
hope went with
that
And so
just
I
deciding
placed my
everything. Maybe
faith
that isn't a
in the
good
royal
way
magic.
to rule society.
I believe that
Maybe even
this
if you
world
vote for him,
chose him,
some people just aren't
would
fit
still
for
be
office,
good.
and we probably should have some sort of qualifiers.
That boy's fight, and ours, is finally over. The people no longer need some mystic relic or some lofty magics to soothe their fears. They have found the strength to overcome it within, provided they can turn their anxiety into strength.
Can you also turn his
Never stop walking toward the
globus
unknown.
into something that
Reality
isn't so
will ever
low
change.
resolution?
Their world shall be one full
Or is
of
that beyond your
possibility.
magic, lady?
This isn't about the throne
Because
anymore.
these walls look
It
fine.
marks the beginning of a new era, led by those who are truly worthy of the people's trust. Almost the appointed time now. The day is dawning on a new king's reign. And with
I'm
it,
being sassy because I really
My
don't like the
true
messaging and framing of
However,
this game.
if I may truly end my life with pride in my boy and my love at my side, I've no regrets.
It's been a long road to this moment, hasn't it?
It sure fucking has. I've
But
been
for
playing
our
this
son,
game for what feels like
A
5
new
years
journey
now.
begins.
I just hate the mix of like high resolution assets with really low texture resolution assets. It looks really bad. It looks like it's not loaded in, like there's a memory leak and it's just not able to catch all the textures. Same with the random like people. Like main characters will have fine textures, like it looks okay, but everyone else has like really low resolution clothing and stuff. It doesn't look right.
He speaks. With the announcement of our new king, everything finally ends.
I now settle the long-contested succession to the throne. They who have gathered the most faith from their subjects amassed, they who have overcome this fierce contest, the throne's new sovereign, I now reveal. Behold!
This is all a terrible
your
concept
new
too. It was all
king
just a
of your
popularity contest,
kingdom
and
united.
we could have easily had a situation where anyone could have won. Hitler could have won the fucking election. It's just completely blind, essentialist democracy, which isn't very democratic, ironically enough. It doesn't have the mechanisms of democracy.
I still can't believe it. That boy pulled it off. His Majesty, the new king.
I won't accept it! The new king is Camp Louis.
You can't just crown his son after all. That's cheating, that is. Rise up, people! Riot!
Disorderly conduct will not be permitted.
Settle down. The tournament is over. Our new king has been decided, and the royal capital falls under His Majesty's rule. Threaten it, and you shall face the wrath of the crown theocracy's warrior monks.
The funny thing is, there was no like riots or anyone who didn't want the sun to take over before this. So the whole pretense of like, well, now it's actually now we actually elected the next person, but then other people are like, oh no, we want Luis, we like Luis better. Well, the only reason they want Luis is because we had the fucking the competition thing in the first place.
And the day of the new king's coronation arrived.
I get that it's an elective monarchy, but it's like it's supposed to be a commentary on democracy. The issue is just that it doesn't understand democracy. It's written by an idiot who doesn't understand basic philosophy or democratic principles or honestly, even the criticism as far as monarchy goes is pretty crude.
People in the crowd.
I mean, I feel like I could probably write something more interesting in terms of like critique on monarchism than this.
Should be nothing for you.
Of course, I'm fine.
If you say so. Just do relax your shoulders once you're out there, eh?
We've all made due arrangements. You can trust in us.
Honestly, we don't really know how much power the king even has. It's just like,
Ah, but I suppose you have outgrown
he
that.
just has some sort of magic. The king's magic, whatever.
Yes.
But he also collects all the magla with his staff, collecting all the anxiety from the masses. But also, we don't know what the king actually does. And there's no like, we've never seen any political system in place or any sort of mechanisms of how we rule this land. Or it's such a weird like. It doesn't explain the things that it should explain. It only focuses on all the details that I don't want to know about.
To be honest, I'm not so sure myself.
Like, we've never seen the king have any sort of cabinet or any sort of like political leanings or opinions, and neither have we so far. We have never expressed a single political or policy opinion.
How will you respond to that, Your Majesty?
I'm not sure how I'll rule, to be honest. I think that's the most we can change the world. See, all these are so surface level. There's no fucking substance here. There's no... These characters have no opinions. They're written to be as safe and as like, oh, I love fairness. I love it when things are fair and things are very good. I like it when things are good and not when things are bad. It's so... They're so scared. They're so scared to make any political statement in this game, and it makes it so bland and so uninteresting because there's no stance on anything. I don't know if that's like a Japanese culture thing, like they can't express like any discontent against the regime or a sitting elected or anything like that, and they're just scared to like express a certain political opinion in case it'll disenfranchise whoever is playing.
I'll confront any challenge for my people. I know I'm inexperienced, but I'll
honestly,
strive to do my utmost.
Beacon Pines has better writing than this, yes, but I think almost any game has better writing than this. This is so self-important, self-aggrandizing, and doesn't understand what it's even talking about.
There are a lot of people in the crowd who have never supported you. How are you going to respond to them?
I'll let my work prove my words, even though I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing.
I'll have to let my work prove my words. With results, I hope everyone can feel that our future will be brighter.
You went from a nobody to the top seat in the nation.
Honestly, I don't deserve to be in this position at all, because Louise actually had some fucking plans. I don't have any plans. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
The rest is not done alone. We are with you.
Indeed. And we're no strangers to more practical work. Whatever our tasks, I'm sure we
I
can
did say that earlier in Talos. I feel like half of this game is written by Chat GPT. I said that it feels like a ANI slop machine. And I'm kind of like waiting for them to reveal later on that half of this game was written by ANI, because it feels so blank and generic and so afraid of anything that it doesn't say anything. It ends up saying nothing. It's such a nothing burger. So the game doesn't do anything. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't have any political messaging. It doesn't have a moral framework. It doesn't have... It lacks everything it needs to be an interesting game. I don't understand why people love this game so much. What is the ultimate moral messaging of this game? Is it just it's good when good people win? Because I don't... What else is it? What is it the game trying to say here?
I'll do my best.
Well, let's go. To His Majesty, the new king.
It struggles to define anything. It is really bad at defining its moral framework and modem of the narrative and everything. It's just not good.
His Majesty the new king!
Like, we talked about how racism is a problem in this world. Why is there no, like, yes, I want to end segregation, I want to be more include. I want to make it so that by law you have to include everyone in the workplaces and blah 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 blah. Why isn't he taking any stance on this stuff that seems to be like a huge problem in this world?
As a ruler, I've much to learn. I cannot say what I'll accomplish. And yet, I believe the world can change by our hand. And to that end,
Yeah, I get that he's a self-insert, but he shouldn't be. He shouldn't be a self-insert because he is like written as a actual character, right? He is a princess. He has like a backstory with the king and everything. So when it's a self-insert, it ends up being like it doesn't really work.
I know that.
Because he needs to be a character. He needs to actually have a fucking character.
But still, even should you oppose your king, you can always believe in your own future.
Yeah, this was written by a liberal, for sure. I will do good things, and if you oppose me, that's fine too, because I love you. Now clap.
A nation where dreams and fantasies are always in reach will surely be a challenge.
We'll make it happen.
There you go. If you can pull that off, you'll be the finest king we've known. Well then, this is it. Your attention, please.
Honestly, if he just walked out there and said, let's end racism, that would be more of a fucking policy promise than anything else he said.
Names for you to kneel before. Please take the crown with your own hands, my king.
That's so true, Dice. My audio is always bad. That's how you know it's my stream.
Long have I awaited the arrival of this day.
I sure have too. So I can be done with this game.
This
I have to press something? Oh, I have to press buttons.
He came to know the goodness of a hero's heart, and
I
became
love the part where he held a grand speech for everyone and said nothing. I like that part where he said, I like when good things happen, and I'll be sure to be real cool and awesome. So anyways, now clap for me, I'm your king now.
But as this journey ends, so another begins. I'd like you to watch over him on his path for a little longer yet.
Okay.
1 year has passed since the arrival of the new king.
And I bet he has done so much good things, but we're never gonna know anything specifics about anything. Because that's how this game rolls. I love how they turn up the saturation a fuck ton just to make it be like, oh, look how pretty it is, but it just looks worse because you can see all the fucking bad assets and artwork way more clearly than when it was more like dark.
They've even paved a proper mountain road. And get this, the headmistress is none other than Lady Juna.
What? The songstress?
Well, she is one of the king's 6 partisans. If she managed to help
I'm gonna have to look at my list and see what I'm gonna play after this. I'm for sure not gonna play anything Persona based for a little while. I'm gonna have to take a break from these types of games, yes.
From when the late Sanctifex banned it.
Makes sense to me. After the clash between His Majesty and Luis last year, everyone knows you don't really need an igniter to use magic.
And that's just today's news. It's surprise after surprise, ever since us church folk got the boot from the palace. Even the royal knights,
So we're not gonna even see them? They don't want to show us the king or anything that's happening? We're just gonna watch two random people that we've never seen before talk on a bench?
You believe that?
What is this narrative device here? This doesn't make sense. Why are you doing it like
He's
this?
one of the 6 partisans himself. When he speaks, everyone listens.
We have a ton of characters. Why are you not using any single one of them? Who are these two? I don't care about what they think.
Strange to think we'd been deaf to the voice of the people until now. It's unbelievable, compared to the days of the autocrats. How swiftly the times change, eh?
Credit where it's due. I think it's thanks to his young majesty. Remember last year's coronation? Unprecedented, that. Saw heroes of all different tribes celebrating the king's victory. Celebrating among the common folk
Melon.
even. They
Eat a
tell
melon.
me some of the younger aristocrats have taken to calling it a great reconciliation. It really is a tragedy, what happened to his father, the king. But considering how his sons turned out,
Are they just summarizing the game and telling you shit
The
that
real test is still to
doesn't
come.
really add much?
The first year has seen a lot of good, but we've still got our share of problems.
Okay, so be very non-specific and not say a thing then. Cool. Oh, the first year has been very good, but there's still problems. Okay, what are the problems? What did I solve? What happened?
wandering around these parts who looks just like him. You don't suppose?
Ah, can't be. Without his escorts? Besides, what business would a king have in this place?
Suppose you're right.
Okay, does no one know what I look like? Okay. I'm just roaming around.
Mountains upon mountains of appeals from the people. How many days will this take to sort?
They could have just skipped that entire thing and gone straight to this. I didn't need to hear them talk at all, because I don't know them or care.
Such is fate.
Despite everything, this year has passed in surprising peace, hasn't it? Honestly, with the royal scepter disappearing like that, I feared more dissent.
Perhaps after Luis, they swore they could never let that happen again. Either way, more and more are dealing with conflicts calmly and openly.
There was a ton of like Luis loyalists. He can't just run around unprotected in the city. He could get killed by some loyalist crazy, just, I don't know, blowing himself up or something. I feel like it's a weird sudden turn of events. Did he arrest all the Luis loyalists? Is he a brutal dictator who puts everyone in jail who doesn't agree with him now? Like, what are we doing to make it safe enough for him to walk around? Just walk around in broad daylight among people. And besides, you can't always be sure if everyone is like on your side.
All this decoration doesn't suit me. How did Luis and Forden put up with all this damn finery? Your Majesty? Are you here? Juna's back from her inspection.
Apologies,
At least the costume design and a lot of the aesthetic stuff is still good. I do like the way they're like designed and stuff. Like I mentioned, these anime cutscene things are very good. They're well animated.
Somehow our captain's same as he ever was.
Damn, has that 1,000-yard stare.
And then, well, I might have got a bit too fresh with them stuck-up sanctists. But those bloody church folk been looking down on us for years, you know? Still, it was other sanctists what stepped in to keep things peaceable too. I reckon they're not
Yes,
all
I'll be
bad.
sure to be making my policy decision based on a drunk
They
man.
lost both their Santifex and the Saint Lady last year. Got their own struggles, I expect.
They didn't even bother to give this character a high resolution clothing or anything.
Excuses all of them, or makes me want to go up and shake a sanctor's hand, but you really put some perspective on it.
It was good talking to you, too.
You know what, lad? You're all right. You ever need some good, honest work? I'll get you squared, eh?
I
I should have known you'd be.
I sure love how they just skip past all the stuff that I want to know or would be very interesting or relevant for the story just to show me stuff that doesn't matter.
Sideways.
That's very cool of them.
Coming all this way. Maria's actually out on an errand right now.
And I suppose I'll wait until she comes back.
You sure? That girl always ends up on detours. No telling how long she'll be. Either way, let's keep your head down. You know what happens when you're too obvious about this. Sooner or later, the Lady Captain of the Royal Guard...
Oh, there you are! I knew we'd find you here, for crying out loud!
Yeah, I'm not doing my job very well. I'm just slacking. Sitting in bars talking to drunk people.
Speak of the devil.
Let us return, Your Majesty. And I thought I had informed you that Juno would be back from her expedition today.
I have a few stops left in the city, though.
You do know I practically sprinted out the gates to find you. 'Tis settled. I shall come with you on every excursion.
Not dressed like that, you won't. You know how we like snooping around, inconspicuously.
Point taken.
He'll be fine.
I mean, this isn't an inconspicuous look either, to be fair. It's kind of eye-catching. Especially considering he is the only person with a high resolution clothing. Everyone got their stuff at the compressed JPEG store.
Your Majesty, once your business here is finished, please make sure you return to the palace with all swiftness.
All right.
Oh, okay. Now we're just gonna find Maria. So is my thing gonna be correct then? Is Maria gonna be important for later?
Come now.
Yeah. I don't want to talk to you, honestly. I just wanted to see... Okay.
You're not serious.
Everything looks so much worse now with this lighting and the fucking... way higher saturation. It looks like a PS Vita game. It reminds me of, what's a game again where you can change gravity? It looks like that game on the PS Vita. Oh, hello, Cuculus. That's his name, by the way. I'm not joking.
Yo.
Yeah. I just want to see if I can get something from you, from New Game Plus.
Oh.
No?
Right.
True.
Okay. I doubt you have anything interesting to say, because so far the writing has not been very good in this game, so...
Alright.
Let's go here, yes.
Well, I sure don't want to go back to the old meeting.
All very nice.
And what is the name of that game again? It's like, Gravity Rush, I think. On a PlayStation Vita. And I think that game actually might look a little better than this.
Stupendous.
Because it does this aesthetic, but I like it better because it feels more lived in.
Alright then.
Okay, there's more people I can talk to. And I won't read. Reading?
Hi there.
I don't think so. If you're not gonna bother voice acting any of this, it means it doesn't matter and I shouldn't care. I'll give the same attention to the game that the game gives to the characters. It's Barden. You haven't sent me love letters in a while.
Lovely, that.
Bardon.
Alright.
Yeah, that's everyone. Meow. Meow.
Wonderful.
Oh, I have to go see her. They told me to go over here.
Oh, hello there. Oh, right. I suppose now I should call you Your Majesty. You know, I was just telling Papa, even through all that mess, everyone's really been working hard.
You think this country's gotten any better since then?
Well, seems like everyone's having more fun than before. I'm sure Papa's happy too.
That's good. Hearing that from you really lifts my heart.
Don't worry. I'll try to do my part with what I've got. I want to help everyone understand that the world could be a better place if we can join hands with one another. Miss Fabian's fed so many hungry people since things changed. Some of those people even said they found their place there. I think I did too. If we can all change together for the better like that, we'll be closer to your Majesty's and Papa's dream. And I want to help with something too. I want everyone across the land to be able to smile.
I don't mean to be pissy and annoyed, but I spent so many hours in this game and the story is just not... I expected more from this game, I will say. Narrative wise and quality of writing and all that stuff. It's just, it falls so fast apart that it falls apart immediately when you like analyze it just a little bit.
Yeah, I'm counting on you. Let's do this together.
Yeah. Thank you, Your Majesty. Oh,
Oh my god, what happened to her mouth there? Did you see that?
The ones thanking her. Feels like I can see the entire country's future in her smile.
everyone!
Long time no see. How have you been?
It's kind of crazy that they just left that in. The model just glitching out like that, her whole fucking jaw unhinged.
Those people there? Surely not.
Naturally, we're drawing attention. We didn't all have to go at once.
Needn't fuss, old thing. It's been too long since we were all together again anyway.
Lady Tuna, did she really come all this way in a runner? Could have asked His Majesty to pop over and bring you back with a teleport or two.
The unmitigated nerve.
Oh, it's fine. I wanted to take in our country as it is. It's definitely a little rougher outside.
This is a terrible epilogue. I think Persona 4's the golden epilogue thing is better.
We're sending soldiers out for every incident we can. But it's not easy to hear the voice of the people from more distant regions.
I guess it's obvious. But just because you're king now doesn't make you suddenly all-seeing.
A lesson I learned last year. In the end, I was blind to a
The only way you could have made this better is by revealing that Maria was like very powerful or central to the story in some way. And there's like a big twist or something.
A year ago, I would have just said we could fly over ourselves. I mean, let's be real. The capital isn't going to fall apart if we just sneak over for a little tour, is it?
Of course not. We specifically put precautions in place to keep things running.
Yet it has only been 1 year. We cannot be too complacent too soon, lest the dissidents seize on the opportunity.
Oh, there he is! Over there! See? I told you, that's His Majesty, innit?
Might have been a bit too obvious.
Oi there, Your Majesty!
You dare hoy the king? You swine!
Steady on, Hulkenberg, calm. You needn't draw steel on the poor fellow. We're the ones who indulged in this little day trip.
Your Majesty, thanks for all you do, really. Have to say, my life's a lot easier now.
There's more work to do every day, but we're in this together. We believe in you.
Everyone's so supportive. Kind of brings back memories from last year.
Rather. It's the sort of thing to get a chap all misty-eyed over the past. What a journey it was.
Looks like we're drawing a crowd. Time to get back to work.
Indeed. A veritable mountain of tasks awaits us, and I will see it crested.
I like the part where the random guy ran up to him and was like, "My life is so much better now," and then he didn't say anything or elaborate on why it's better, because this game has no conception of what was wrong in the first place. Like, what did we improve? how is your life improved exactly? That would have been cool if you said something. Like, oh, my crops we're yielding better crops after you initiated the better fertilizing policy, blah, 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 something like that. Just anything. Honestly, anything at all.
There's more I have to see. With my own eyes.
You want to know what's going on in the world, huh? Well, I guess you are the king.
Sounds like fun, but a daily jaunt down to the slums is one thing, and a proper journey is quite another. You're a king now, lad.
Why are they not talking about a single thing that we've done?
It's all right to just sit on your throne and
Have we done any sort of anti-discrimination laws? Have we increased food production or made any programs for the poor? Have we, like, it doesn't want to explain anything. It doesn't tell us what policies we've been doing to make lives better.
I want to do what I can for the people. If that's not kingly, then the crown's just slowing me down.
Come on, this is no time for jokes.
Ever the fearless gadabout, eh? Well, I take your point, lad. Magla and the humans make a fine barometer for the anxiety still swirling in the country. So you go out and give it a proper survey. Where it is and how much is there. If people can't face their anxieties, they can't keep their eyes forward. And if they can't do that, we'll have a bally hard time moving forward as a nation or a people. So you want to get a better grasp of it all. That's your most important duty as a ruler. That's what you're thinking, eh?
Right.
I like how he just said, that's what you're thinking, eh? Because instead of actually having any beliefs, all the characters around me just explain my thoughts for me.
Sounds like a fine idea to me. A proper spot of fun, besides. Wouldn't expect any less from our king and captain. Well, since I'm the ballet court engineer, I've no choice but to come along.
Oh my god, that does not look right. Oh my god, look. It's clipping through his fucking lips. No, you can what? You can see straight through his teeth. See that?
Hello? Are you not listening to me?
It looks like he's wearing fake teeth.
Sire, you've really got to stop chasing these ideas all on your own. You'll be the death of us.
Once again, sire, I've asked you countless times to give word if you're to leave the castle. Such caprice.
Nurse, don't tell me you called for them beforehand.
Saved us a bit of time, eh? Though, hello, what's this? I count only 2 of the 6 partisans. Short a few spears.
For my part, I believe 'tis unrealistic for all of us to depart the capital together.
Oh, so you have no plans to stop our little adventure, eh?
Hulkenberg and I talked it over. We decided that if you insist on going, we'd rather go with you than stop you.
Are you sure about this?
I was thinking back to our last fight with Luis. So many people supported us, but not for any high-minded ideals or arguments.
They were supporting us because we were actively fighting a monster on their behalf. In the end, people make choices based on their personal experience.
The lip sync is so
even if
not
decided
good
justly
in
and
this.
supported by prosperity.
Especially when the model breaks and you can see underneath their teeth and gums.
An invisible ruler is no cure for their fears.
Right. I'm not opposed to the idea of getting out into the world again.
There's like no expressions happening. They're just like the mouth is moving, but they're not expressing anything with their eyes. They're not like smiling or doing anything at all.
Still, this
You have to look down here at this thing to get any sort of expression. See, I'm the only one the character so far I've seen that actually has some like default expressions, but I've never seen it for these characters.
But can we really afford to have both our general and the Royal Guard's captain coming along for this?
'Tis natural course for the Royal Guard to accompany the king. And I trust my corps is not so feeble that it will fall apart in my absence.
We'll make it work. Got to learn to trust others and delegate, right? And we'll just have to lead by example.
Thank you. All of you. Let's be off.
You once heard my voice and answered a query in kind. Is fantasy a powerless creation? That timeless question. So long as life remains in the world, we seekers all shall search for our answer, but he will find his. Of that I am certain. And it is thanks to you for believing in and guiding him. That was the true purpose of my royal magic, you know. To seek and obtain guidance from denizens of a land beyond ours. A land that has not yet lost hope. And it was you who answered the call. Armed with your hope, armed with the power of fantasy, you rose in glory. Such courage, such whimsy, and yes, what thrills. You have my sincerest thanks.
Feels familiar. It's been
I mean, fantasy has the power to change reality. That's a that is a very common belief. I would say. No one really questions that. Everyone knows how impactful fantasy has affected our culture and beliefs.
I'm not certain we're in a position to talk, having followed straight after, saying we could just teleport back.
Well, hey, we figured the kids might want to change your scenery, like.
Basilio is the only character in this game that actually has some sort of quality to him. That maybe Gallica. I think Gallica has some personality traits that I like. She kind of has an attitude.
I'll say, I definitely like this view better.
Let's go.
Even in the animated cutscene, the terrain didn't look very good. Oh, okay, that's just the credits. Wow. Wow, what an ending. People said this game had a strong ending. That was not good. That was not a good ending to the story. I'm baffled. Is there a post-credit scene that's gonna do anything at all to make me change my mind? Or is it just gonna be extremely, not even mid? This is below mid for me. There was no attempt. This whole game made me just want to go watch Howl's Moving Castle, because that's a fucking awesome movie, and I like the messaging and story way better in that movie than this entire game. This game spent 60 hours doing a worse version of things that I've seen in other movies and games. Lamau, look at that face. Whoa, bleh. Blue. I can't skip it, by the way. You can probably see my controller top left. It's not letting me do anything. Yeah, I think overall I really don't like this game. I think the messaging is poorly thought out. I think the game lacks ambition and any sort of moral framework for its characters. None of the characters really have a strong drive or even a strong motive for anything they do. So far through the entire game, all the motives have come from, we kind of just got into this and now we're rolling with it, and there's no real reason or thought behind what happens if we actually win and become the king. And we have the power. And they never really addressed or talked about what the fuck the Illuminati people were doing. You know, the ones that were scheming in that room that they kept cutting to all the time, that were trying to undermine Luis. But they never explained what they are or what kind of function they have in the story even. And I still think this game just doesn't really explain things very well. It skips over a ton of details, like what have I been doing? What is my beliefs? Am I fighting for anything? I had this book that we were talking about the utopia, the big old utopia that where everyone was equal and stuff. And I assumed that was supposed to be like the, oh, this is what we want to achieve ultimately kind of thing. But also then later Moore said, yeah, no, I wrote that to inspire you. So the king basically wrote a fan fiction of a perfect utopia to give my character motivation to do anything. And at the end of the day, we just passed on all that generational wealth and power onto the sun anyway. So it's like, okay, we didn't really achieve anything. There's no guarantee the next election is gonna even be a democratic one or a fucking electoral one. I mean, how do we know I'm not gonna become evil? Because I don't really seem to have any motivations to be good. Like maybe I find a book that says the perfect utopia has no, I don't know, one of the fantasy races of this this world in it, and I turn into Hitler. Like, if I'm that easily swayed by a book, I don't know. Can I be trusted? What if the king wrote a book and it just has a section about how homosexual marriage is degenerate and wrong? I'm just like, yes, this is the perfect utopia. We must ban gay marriage. I don't think it's even the internal logic of the game with the magic stuff. It doesn't make sense. It's just a way to explain away logical fallacies within the story. It's using magic as a crutch. It's using all these like fantastical components as a way to stray away from actually answering any questions or having a coherent thought throughout this game. There's no good through line. There's no Anthos, could you now write me like just one or two sentences summarizing, and you don't have to do this if you even, I'm like asking you if you're even able to do this. Are you able to explain to me what the moral message and what the lesson of this game was? Can you even explain that in like a few sentences? Because I don't know if I can. I don't understand if there's any sort of messaging here besides very like obvious fantasy can affect reality type shit. But that's not even, it's not even a good analogy for that, because we didn't see him solve anything. It's just pointed out that, oh, you are a very good king, you saved and did a lot of good things. Yippee, now things are better because Luis didn't win. But it doesn't explain why. It doesn't explain what ambitions I have, what I wanted to do, what I have done. The messaging just seems to be just believe blindly in electoralism and things will work out. Because nice people will win and take over power. So don't worry if there's evil people, because there will be a nice guy who will come in and save you. It's like a fucking savior complex thing. I don't know. I don't know what the message of this story is. I don't understand the point of this whole thing. We basically felt bad for a woman who were killing a bunch of children in the village, and she was feeding her own like monster baby, and we were like, oh well, we understand how it feels to love a child. We totally get that, and then we just blindly trust her to do shit after murdering thousands of children. Compromise, the liberal compromise. I don't know. I don't know. Deeply flawed game with very bad writing. I'm sorry, but there's... Even if you sat me down and explained the concepts, and I understand everything that's been going on in the game. I've been poking holes here and there constantly. So even if you sat me down, we had like a full discussion on this, and we broke out the fucking lore sheets, and we took out a big chunk of the story and started discussing details. I just don't think it doesn't work. I think it falls apart the second you engage in any sort of critical analysis or any sort of deeper analysis and thought around these subjects. It's a undercooked idea. There's some cool stuff like the magic being tied to anxiety and that sort of stuff. That's interesting. I think that could have worked, but so much of the framework and the motivations and the details and everything just, it feels empty. It feels like platitude, that it doesn't mean anything. Like they built this whole world and things they filled it with, but it doesn't feel like there's anything going on. It's just characters telling me what's happening and how I should feel about it. Ah yes, king, I am your royal subject. Everything is good now because I say so. Like, they don't even show that the land has gotten better. They don't show that there's more food or people are feeling better. They just turn up the saturation. And then they were like, ah
Dear
yes.
guest, from a world I shall never know. In your eyes, I know our journey was ultimately a fiction.
Thank God for that.
However, I hope your memories of this fantastical adventure burn as bright in your reality. I hope the promise of our world echoes in you.
Yeah, I think my policy ambitions and motivations politically would far outweigh anything this game has ever managed to bring out of me.
With all my heart, I hope that fantasy gives you strength.
That was dumb.
Look at that. The rubble's just baked for tourists now.
I like that I can move the cursor and point to stuff in the cutscenes too.
Let's see the world!
Yeah.
A new journey now beckons. In days of eld, the people prospered and perished in turn. Struck by their ways, I wrote a book of my dearest ideals. A tale of fantasy. In my vision, they placed their trust, and so the kingdom breathed new life.
The strength to believe in the unknown, that can change everything. Without a doubt.
Yeah, I think this game is confusing fantasy with ambition and drive. It's not really the same thing. A fantasy can be completely detached from your real hopes and dreams and your drive and ambition in life. Fantasy can just be fantasy, and it doesn't really... It can motivate people to seek out things and do things that will ultimately lead you to maybe more interesting things in your life, but fantasy in itself isn't what motivates people. it can inspire people, but it doesn't. Fantasy is fantasy, it's not reality. And the irony is the fact that I personally will probably not remember or embody any of the things that this game said because it didn't really say anything. I mean, like I said, I don't know if this game even has any clear message. Doesn't feel like it. It doesn't seem to be saying much of anything. What is my... What am I supposed to take from this game? What is my motivation gonna be? What is this fantasy gonna give me inspiration to do in real life? Because the funny thing is, the only thing I've said so far is that this game has made me so depressed and so like feeling like I'm wasting my time that I wanted to go make music and do something productive instead. That's the only thing this game has inspired, because none of the policy stuff, none of the world building, none of the policy making or anything like that in the game inspired me to think new or different from what I've always felt. Let's see, which one of these are... I want to see what happens if I side with Luis. Gauntlet Runner, no. Colosseum. I think it's this one. I want to see if I can side with Luis, and I want to see what that ending looks like. It might be better than the ending we got.
It's all well.
Yes, let's go. I want to side with Luis.
I know you detest injustice as I do. Come with me. Let me lend you my power, and together we will change the unfair world.
It's true that I hate injustice.
Wait! Hey! What's gotten into you?
Hey! Are you listening to me?
Should you deny me, then what? How would you fix this country? You must have seen...
Honestly, that's a good question, because the writers didn't have an answer for that. That's why you never heard anything about it after the game ended. It was just like, oh, he's just fixing things. How exactly? I don't fucking know.
In which strength triumphs over power. It is not a solution without cruelty. But surely the fairness it would restore to our lives is worth any sacrifice. Come with me, and we can realize this dream. What say you?
You're absolutely right.
What? Are you serious?
There is logic in his words, but...
Please, tell me you're lying. Is there no way left to oppose him? Is that what you believe?
How to end up like this? Damn! What in the world is going on?
No!
A wise decision.
No! Prince! Your Highness!
At this point, what can we do but try to change our perspective? Maybe this is better than prolonging the cycle of injustice.
What are you saying?
They're probably just gonna write him to be evil, and it's all gonna be like, oh, look what happened, everyone is crazy, and the world is destroyed for no reason, completely undermining the logic of everything.
I'll have to appreciate that this will be better than that.
I don't believe this.
No one else seems to have objections.
Wait! This is not...
Why the agitation? I did say you would all survive this. Though, considering how you falter now, perhaps some may fall short of salvation. Trivial, nonetheless. Behold, the new world dawns.
Afterwards, the nation was transformed. It became a world of humans, with both Luis and the prince taking equal hand in its creation. On the day of that world's birth, it was also thus decided. All known history of the world before would henceforth be remembered as the tale of the fallen. As for what became of the world that followed, To the humans, the question is irrelevant.
Is it? Okay. Yeah, the game didn't want to show you that ending because it would actually make more sense for the story and actually maybe have a moral lesson in there. That's wild. That's crazy. They didn't even want to show it to you because they were like, oh wait, oops, this actually could be better than our original ending. The sea is ruined. Okay, that's real subtle. You think they were afraid of showing it because it would have worked within the logic of the game? So it would have been like, oh wait, this is utilitarianism. So we yes, half the population is dead, but the constantly going forward from this point on, it's gonna be utopia. So I mean, we achieved it. We just disagreed on the way to achieve it. It's like a really bad way of analyzing utilitarianism compared to slow progress of society and the incremental changes that comes with slower type systems instead of like, I don't know, not accelerationism, but I will say that it's like underbaked critical analysis of certain ideas, political ideas. It's like they wanted to critique people who believe there's sometimes sacrifices that are necessary for a better world, but they also couldn't fully defend the reformist approach. Like, I am pro-reform. I will take reform over like extreme, like just killing half the half the world, obviously. You can kind of see it as a metaphor for the current political landscape in the US. A lot of people don't want the other half of the political system to be alive, right? But even then, it's like, I don't know. Even within this world, it's like explaining it that half of the world are basically corrupt. Like nothing can save them anyways. That's why they have like the anxiety, and it's tied to the Magla and the magic, and it's like the utilitarian approach to just have a world be one where those people don't exist anymore. But then again, are you sure that's gonna ensure utopia for the future? Because if the same systems exist and the systems don't change, it's just gonna lead to the same outcome when population grows and grows back, and you start to get more of the same people with that, I don't know, anxiety, magic, bullshit, whatever. No, don't play the fucking cutscene again. It's really poorly written, because if you sit down and think about it, then yes, you can kind of like counteract his logic. You can be like, well, even if Luis has the ambition to create a utopia, it doesn't secure a system or a world where or in which you're gonna have an actual new system where things work. It just means half the people will be dead.
I can feel you watching me from a place.
Yeah. Who are you? Who shall guide the protagonist? Walter. Please enter. Please correct the entry. What do you mean? F. Ah. Why does it say please correct the entry? What does it mean by that? Is that just like a poorly translated thing? Twitter.
Ah, a most unusual name.
No, it's not. It's very common.
A passive.
Yum, 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 yum. Do you think there's a trophy for the regicide difficulty? I hope not. Let's see. The Traveler. Get all achievements. Defeat the red scale dragon. Destroy Chadris. Win debates against all candidates. Travel a significant distance by blade riding. Create all summoning vessels and masks. Oh my god. Make all recipes. Make all possible gold beetle items exchange. Help cook a meal at the inn with Maria. Finish reading all the books. Successfully challenge the test of courage at the highest difficulty. I'm gonna have to look at that later. At your own risk. Successfully challenge the test of courage at the highest difficulty. I don't know how that's determined. Complete all quests. Win 30 consecutive gold class battles at the Colosseum. Spend a total of 100,000 reeves using skills that consume money. Consult Gallica 100 times. That's a lot. Unlock the entire map. Overcome all trials to defeat Louise. Steal an item from an enemy. Okay. That's the trophies that I'm missing. Overcome all trials to defeat Louise. That's... why do I not have that one? Alright, well, I'm gonna look into this and I'm just very happy to be done with the game. I don't like it. I think it's a bad game. It doesn't tell the story in a good way. It's poorly written. It's underwritten. It doesn't have a good messaging or framework for how it wants to tell the story. It's morally inconsistent with itself because it's too scared to even maybe approach it from a place of maybe people are correct in their own way. Maybe some people have a point even if they don't have the correct solutions. But it doesn't want to do that. It's like moral absolutism. It's very anti-utilitarian in a sense. And I don't like that. I want the game to be more willing to self-examine itself and actually dare ask itself, am I wrong? Maybe I'm not always correct. Maybe, but that would mean you wouldn't be a liberal anymore, because if you're able to self-analyze and be critical of your own beliefs, then you wouldn't be a liberal, you would be a leftist. So, and this is written by a liberal for sure. I guess the lack of critical analysis or being able to critique oneself is kind of the death of this game. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just happy to be done with the game, honestly. So I can move on to something I actually like. I'm gonna be moving everything over to Linux because I am very done struggling and being absolutely crushed by the technical issues that Windows constantly toss at me. Metaphor, ReFantazio. Difficulty trophy. Only closing the book. What is that trophy again? Hold on. Closing the book. Closing the book. Do I have that? Closing the book. Closing the book. Closing the book. Defeat the red scale dragon from the Book of Apocalypse. What does that mean? Yeah, let's see here. Anyone familiar with Persona games and their trophies will be happy to know there's less intricate time management in Metaphor. You don't need to follow a guide day to day. In our first playthrough, we got the vast majority of trophies, leaving our second playthrough just for the red scale dragon close in the book. Second playthrough. You should have all however, you should, if you play on easy, you should be able to blitz through the game easy enough. Get back level to 7 for now. Yeah, I'm just looking at trophies at this point, just seeing if it seems to be pretty fast and easy to just get all the trophies in this. It just feels extremely painful on first playthrough, I guess. I don't know. I just wish the game put more effort into characterizing the main characters instead of only Luis. Because Luis seems interesting. He seems like he has drive, ambition. He's willing to sacrifice stuff to make the world a better place, even if his way of doing it might not be the best way. Like, I do believe reform can be achieved within almost any system. So he's kind of like the accelerationist utilitarian type that believes that, but we don't know either. The game never establishes whether or not he is correct or not, in terms of like, could there be a utopia? And it didn't even want to show us when I picked the bad ending, in quote unquote, because it didn't want to actually write a story that explains the outcomes of actions that are taken. Even when you win the game and you become the fucking king, you still don't get any... You don't get... Yeah, and I don't know. Like, you don't get any conclusion or answers. It's just like, oh, you're such a great king, haha. But you haven't done anything. I haven't seen the prince do anything. I don't know what the king is doing. I don't know what they believe in. I don't think... It's just frustrating. I think there is something in the game that could have worked. There's some stuff here. There's like a framework, but there's no... It's like someone made stick figures and they forgot that they have to actually paint the rest, you know? They made outlines, they made like some basic lines and stuff, some stick figures, but they forgot to fill in the details, and it looks bad and unfinished, and it feels bad to play. I could sit down and write a whole freaking critique of this game, I think, because there's a ton of stuff I dislike. Like in the combat and the combat system, it has so many, especially early game, it's so painful, it's so bad to play. Because it depends on you having debuffs or being able to hit weaknesses, but a lot of the times you won't have the magla to actually unlock the archetypes you need, and you will be under-leveled. You won't have the levels you need to actually have all the attacks to actually hit anyone, and you'll just be locked in, and you won't have any ways to engage in the combat the way the game wants you to. And whenever you play the game and you play it wrong, aka it doesn't let you experiment with anything, it wants you to play exactly the way it wants you to play, you're just gonna have a bad time. You're not gonna have fun. You're not gonna be able to play around with archetypes because the game doesn't want you to do that, because you completely depend on making sure you always have your turn. You have to make sure you always hit their weakness, because if you don't hit their weakness, it's gonna be their turn, and then they're gonna do the stupid soul scream, and a soul scream is gonna give them a bunch of extra turns, and you're not gonna be able to hit them because you're just gonna keep screaming and screaming and gain infinite turns and kill you, and you're not gonna be able to do anything unless you constantly hit their weakness stuff. You have to like really play based on the way the game wants you to, and it feels really constricted and very restrictive and painful. I don't like it. It's a bad way of doing combat. It's a bad system. It's not even that I don't think Persona's combat system is that good. Like it's fine. I like the Persona battle system. It's like Pokemon, but it's very fun, and it's like snappy and interesting, and there's a lot of like interesting strategies you can do, and a lot of flexibility in terms of what personas you want to use or which characters you want to play as and everything. But in this game, you're just not allowed to have fun. You're just not allowed to play around with anything. It's just like, yep, you're just gonna play it this way or you're fucked. The balancing is completely off too. Like by the end of the game, you can just constantly run around and beat up the same enemies over and over, and you can gain a bunch of levels and get everything you want if you just stay there for many hours. But through natural progression, you won't be able to get the levels and things you really want to have by the time you get there, and you're gonna be soft locked or locked into it because you don't have the things you want or need. So that's also a huge issue with this game. The balancing is just not good enough. Even changing the difficulty to easy or storyteller, I tried that, you will still get absolutely crushed by the enemies. Like the way the game scales, it doesn't matter what difficulty you actually pick, it's just gonna be brutally unfair and difficult and not fun to play no matter what. So yeah, it's not great. It's kind of stinky, and I didn't enjoy the story that much, and all the characters are very uninteresting, and I'm probably gonna not remember them in like a week because they didn't have any reason to be there. If I was just a very strong main character, I could have just done everything by myself. Then I didn't have a reason for having friends with me. Like they didn't do much, they were just kind of there. And they all seem to be written by the same person because they all talk the same. They don't have any quirks or any individual type of personalities that make them interesting or different the way they are in Persona or other games. Which is frustrating because I know they can write good characters. I know they can make something interesting, but this is just like a really bad character gallery. It's just not a good one, and it's such a shame because a lot of the character designs and the aesthetic choices and stuff is good, but then you also have the issue of the menus being a little not totally good. It's not great because there's a lot of lack of follow-through. So when you do design, you want follow-through, you want stuff to lead to a natural like place or a conclusion, and you want your eyes to follow like what you're doing. But there's no like input, it doesn't register or show what you're pressing, so you're just like getting blasted with a bunch of text and random shit popping up on the screen, and you have to kind of like guess that you pressed the right button. It doesn't show you which button lead into what menus. It's really bad at distinguishing the menus, so you don't know where you are in the menus, if you're like in synthesis or just regular attacks. A lot of the morals of the story is very not great. It's written by a moron who doesn't know philosophy very well. I don't know. I'm shading a lot on this game because I'm so disappointed, and I think it's really overrated, and I think it's not gonna be remembered very fondly. I'm sorry, but I don't think it's one of those games that a lot of people are like, oh, but they're pogging. I'm pogging, big pog. I'm so happy about this game, haha, best game ever, and think it's like the most profound thing they've ever seen in their life. But yeah, no, my brain is melting right now. I'm angry. You can tell. I'm angry. I'm just yapping, angrily yapping. There's so many things I want to say about this game, but I'm tired. I don't want to play this game anymore. I don't even want to talk about it. I just want to move on. I am done. done. I am done. So I'm gonna write a review on Steam for this. I'm gonna be the one voice of reason that was brave enough to say this game's stinky. That's gonna be my contribution to this to this game. Yeah. I'll see you next stream. I'll play something that I actually like next time. So I'll see you then. Bye. Bye-bye. Bye.